ISO 27001 Annex A 5.36 compliance. Compliance with policies, rules and standards for information security. So this particular Annex A control is covered by other annexes. It's a little bit of a wrapper and a little bit of a catch-all. I'm going to show you how you can implement that and evidence that. First of all, let's start off with the definition. Compliance with the organization's information security policy. Topic-specific policies, rules and standards should be regularly reviewed. Okay, so this is easy, it's straightforward, and it's easy to do. It is predicated on the fact that you have those, right? So all of the steps that we've gone through to get to this point, you've got policies, you've got procedures, you've got rules in place, you've got standards in place. Everything that you've got has led you to this point. This is about ensuring compliance with that. How are we going to do that? There are a number of pre-existing Annex A's that we've gone through, pre-existing controls that are going to do that. The biggest one, the easiest one, is through internal audit. The process of internal audit, the process of independent review of your information security management system and your Annex A controls. There is a detailed process within the ISO 27001 toolkit, available also on the High Table website and also in the YouTube videos, that talks you through exactly how you conduct an internal audit. The purpose of the internal audit is to get an independent review of the level of compliance to the standard, to your implementation of the standard. So that is going to review documentation. It's going to review all of those policies and processes. It's going to walk through those processes and independently review their operation and identify anomalies. And it's going to provide you with an output and a report on that continual improvement. So you're already doing it. It's nice and easy. You're going to reference back to your internal audit to show that, make sure that that's in place, to evidence that you are tracking this and monitoring your compliance with it. Another way that you're going to do it is by your external certification audit. Okay, you can reference that and call out to that and say, by having an independent external certification audit, you're checking compliance with the standard, you're checking compliance with all of those elements, and you've got your reports that back that up. Other ways that we are doing it is we are monitoring our operational reports. Specifically, we're around incidents, right? So the ways that we find anomalies, the way that we find non-conformance, yes, through internal audit, also by the identification of incidents, right? So you are going to have incident reports, you're going to be regularly reviewing those and regularly monitoring those, and we've already covered incident management and the identification, the management and the response and the continual improvement that comes off of the back of that. But incidents is another way that you are identifying whether or not you are complying with all of those documents that you and the framework that you have put in place. So we've got internal audit, that's going to identify it. We also have incidents, that's going to identify it. And then you may put in place, for belts and braces, additional things. You may have additional reviews, right? So what do I mean by that? You're going to have some technical reporting, some technical monitoring operating within your organization, logging, monitoring, seeing things that are operating. You're going to have people that are observing things, and that's included within the standard for areas for improvement, opportunities for improvement, the ability for people to contact you and see and identify where things are going wrong. So a little bit like incident management, but not incident management, almost like whistleblowing, but not whistleblowing, if you get where I'm going. So the ability for somebody to communicate to you how things can go well, or where they can see that things aren't operating effectively. We've got things like our management review team that sits and follows a structured agenda. We go through that in one of the Annex A tutorials, but that functions also as a communication both into the management team. So it's a communication method where people can communicate in, and it's a communication method out. So the eyes and ears of the framework. So not a particularly hard one for you to evidence really when we're putting in compliance. Basically the standard is saying as a catch-all, high level, comply, right? Write your stuff, write your policies, write your procedures, comply with it, track it and make sure that you are complying with it. And then where you're not complying with it in line with the clauses within 27001, make sure you implement your continual improvement. Not a particularly hard one. So I am Stuart Barker. I am the ISO 27001 Ninja. You are sticking with me as we come pretty much now to the end of the section 5 controls. Just one more to go. But for now, you are golden. Peace out.